She's always my girl. All right, so I'm gonna start this all over again because I didn't hit the record button. So it is now recording. Guys, we're gonna talk today about how to talk to people. Okay, how to relate to people, how to overcome objections, what to say to someone. Guys, we're over here rocking it, and I know all of you want to rock it as well. And I think sometimes it just comes down to what we're saying to people, how we're saying it to people. And let's face it, when you're texting someone, right, things can be taken very differently than if you're talking to someone in person, right? And so I really recommend you using that beautiful thing that you have on your messenger, and it's called that little microphone, that little voice caption. I got to tell you, there is one person on this Zoom right now who I guarantee if she is going to message me, it's typically via voice message, and that's Kim Rossi. She is always voice messaging me, okay? Even if it's not the most opportune time to listen, okay? Remember that. You people don't always have to listen to it immediately if they're at work, like you guys are at work, right? But the voice goes a long way because you can really hear your passion in a voice message, not necessarily a text message. And so I'm going to role play a little bit because I'm going to pick on one of you. And I'm going to give you guys a scenario, and I want to see how you answer it. And I want to help you get this down. Okay. So who would like to go first? Oh, Mindy. Okay, go ahead, unmute, Min. Okay, so here's my question for you. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a scenario. So you saw someone's post, okay? And in fact, I just saw this morning, so this makes it a little bit easier. And she's talking about how raising kids, she's exhausted. She doesn't know what to do. She, every day is just a total shit show with her kids. What would you do, or how would you respond? First of all, would you go in to the post and post, or would you go into her messenger?
I would go into her post unless if it's somebody that I talk with on that I know better,
right?
then I would go into her messenger.
Okay. Oh, into her messenger or so you're going to go into the post first and then into the messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So what I personally would do, and again, this is everybody's whatever you feel good about, right? I personally would go and I would love or care on that post, and I immediately go into messenger. I would not post anything in the post itself. Right? Okay. So what are you going to say to her in messenger, Mindy?
I'd just be like, hey, I saw your post. I know how you're feeling. I have felt like that before. And you're putting me on the spot, so I have to think exactly what I would say. I felt like that before. What has helped me, and then I would tell her is my Thrive. If she'd like to hear more, let me know.
Perfect. Okay. So she related with what she was going through, right? Because everybody wants to be related to. You have to have a rapport, right? So you have to have a common denominator, okay? If you've never had a migraine and somebody's complaining about migraines, you can't say, I know how you feel, because you don't know how she feels, right? So, but if you've been a busy mama and you don't know like which way's up or which way's down, that's totally relatable, okay? So, and then something to the effect of, I would say something to the effect of, look, I get it. I totally understand. I remember being a single mama myself or whatever, and really struggling every day. I wish that I would have had Thrive then. I wish I would have had Thrive to help me get through that time. Would you be interested in trying a free trial of it? I know it could help you. Like I'm going right in and offering the trial. Or talk or offering more information, but I want them to feel good, right? We all want them to feel good. I think sometimes we just hesitate on asking the question, right? We know this is going to help her get through her day better, right? We know it's going to help her have more patience, especially with that Black label with her children, right? So we got to open up that door. All right. I read something the other day that said something about around the effect of nobody wants to be bullshitted all the time when you're reaching out to them. They want you to get to the point. Okay. Everybody's so busy. They don't want, like, they want you to be relatable, which you are via your posts and everything else, but you don't have to have a conversation for 4 months. How many of you have dropped a conversation off and thinking, oh, I'm just building rapport with them. I'm building rapport, I'm building rapport, I'm building rapport, and never asked the question in 4 months? I know I've done it in the past. Okay. We got to get to what they need. So great answer, Mindy. I think that was amazing. I love that answer. Okay. Who's next? Nobody wants to go next. Becca, you're up. Okay. I'm volunteering you. All right. Ms. Becca, did you unmute for me? There you go, girl. All right. So next one. So you've been having this conversation with someone and they're like, look, right now my kids, I got to get stuff for my kids. I really don't have the money to do it. So I'm going to have to pass.
Can I go clean my room?
Right? What would your response be to them at that point?
I would let them, I would let them know about the referring, like the refer to, like I can show you how that you can get it for free. So even if I would definitely tell them about the refer.
Okay.
Also.
Okay. So I think that's a great answer. And we definitely want to lead into that. Where I would go with it is I would ask, I totally understand, again, understanding the money issue, right? So we need to understand that, right? We have to have been broke before. Okay. That's this girl, totally broke, trying to count pennies for food. Yes, that was me. Okay. I get it. But understanding what they're going through and then saying, hey, let me ask you a question. If I understand that you're in need of money right now, what if I could show you how to make money so you don't have to worry about that again? About how you're going to afford stuff for your kids. Would you be interested? Right? This is a great one to go back to the opportunity. Okay? Not only the refer to, but what if I could show you how you could make money at this and help you with everything that you're paying for your kids? Right? This is a great opportunity to talk about the opportunity. Okay? That no money issue, there is no one who wants that to be the rest of their life. Everybody's hoping. There are people going to bed at night praying for an answer to their financial disarray, especially right now. Okay? Housing costs are high, groceries are high, gas is high, everything's high, right? So to try to find that extra money, this is a great place where you should be focused on talking about the opportunity right now. Okay. So I think that was a great answer. I mean, you can always get into the refer to, later, and then they're going to ask you how much it is to start up. And what are you going to say, Becca, when they ask you how much it is to sign up?
I would say, I can tell you what the price is, but I can always show you how to get it at a better price.
Great. All right. But it doesn't cost anything for them to sign up as a promoter. Did you know, and maybe some of you don't know this, okay? Did you know that a promoter who comes on as a free promoter and has never ordered, okay, two things, comes on as a new promoter, costs them nothing, and has never ordered, so they still haven't paid anything, okay? Even if you give them a free 3-day trial to get them moving and they love it, they can get a customer who orders $100 in product and they become active. Okay, just $100 a product. So therefore, it's cost them nothing, and they just made some commission on $100 order. Now, if they get 2 people to do that, now they got credits next month. Does that make sense? So it costs absolutely zero. Now I know Miss Mindy over here, she has like a love-hate relationship with this free promoter thing, right? Because we obviously want them on the product. We want them to get a story, but maybe that story starts just off of a 3-day trial, right? Nothing has still come out of their pocket yet. Okay. Is that making sense? So there are so many promoters under me who maybe aren't even promoting anymore, but they have a customer who orders $100 in product every single month. It maintains their activeness. Okay. So that is really an option and an opportunity for you to open up to talk about the opportunity. And who would not want more promoters on their team? Does anybody say they don't want more promoters on their team? Is anybody telling me they don't want more promoters? I don't think so. Everybody wants a new promoter on their team. Everybody wants somebody who's hungry, right? All right. So who wants to go next? Great job, Becca. Who wants to go next? Come on, or I'm going to call and told you. The only one I can't Stazzy because she's just listening in. Nobody? All right, Miss Joellen, you're up. She's like, oh shit. Okay, she's just in the middle of my screen right now. I'm seeing your beautiful face, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're right. You're in the middle of my screen. All right, so here's your scenario, Joellen.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a customer who loves Thrive, like has been loving it, has been ordering it for a couple months, and she really wants to get it for free, but she tells you, I don't want to talk to people about Thrive, right? I don't want to sell my friends on Thrive. I'm not a salesperson. So what would your response be to her for that?
Well, that's a good one. People do that all the time. Well, I would probably push the refer. Like if you just tell your friends about it, you're going to get your stuff for free if they do auto ship. So I would probably go that route with them. And then, yeah, because people are weird about, well, I don't want to post that on my social media. That's always a big thing. Yeah, I would probably push that, I would think, just so they could get the stuff for free and they could see what it would do for them.
But they don't want to talk to anybody, so they're probably not going to talk to their friends about it.
Oh, I was just thinking like, conversations, not messaging them. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one, isn't it? This is why I wanted to bring some tough scenarios here.
Yeah.
So that you guys get the idea. So here's what I would do. If it were me, I would say to them, really? Your life has changed. Like, and I'd go back to how their life has changed. Like, you don't have your headaches anymore. You don't have, you've dropped 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever it is. You have like really changed your life. Don't you know someone that you love that you would want to help like that? don't you love your sister, your husband, your daughter, your wife, whoever, enough to tell them about this so that their life could change too? See, I go back and okay, I come from a family who guilt was like the number one resource. Okay, it was totally a guilt trip all the time. All right. I would put it back on that person and say, don't you want your friends to feel better? Don't you want your wife to feel better? Don't like you don't have to do anything, but I would just tell them how you feel and what this is about. And if they have questions, you can always put them in a three-way chat with me. I'm here to answer the questions. Right? And I can show them how to get it at a discounted price. That works religiously. Okay? Always works. Because then people ease up a little bit. I'm like, I don't want you to sell it. I know you don't like sales. I know you don't like posting on your social media, but who do you know that could really use this? Who do you know that's lacking in energy and tired all the time and drinking energy drinks and like burning the candles at both ends? Who do you know that deals with headaches? See, that's a big one for me, those headaches, because that's part of my story. Okay, so figure out what's part of your story, because that's who I'm going to hone in on. All right. Talk about slimming down. Y'all, I'll tell you what, I don't know who I heard this from, but I heard it from somebody, and I've stopped using the words lose weight. Okay. Because nobody wants you to tell them that they need to lose weight. Okay. When people hear those two words together, it's automatically a negative feeling. Think about that, because it's really like if somebody told you that you need to lose weight, you'd be like, oh my God, I don't even want to talk to you. Or if they asked you, do you want something that can help you lose weight? I'm not speaking to you right now. Right? Like I'm totally going to ghost you. But the word slim down doesn't necessarily mean that they need to lose a ton of freaking weight. Okay. So you're not telling somebody that they're obese. All right. But slim down to fit in that bathing suit a little bit better. Slim down so the jeans from the winter aren't so damn tight around the gut, because that shit hurts. Right. Slimming down, talking about slimming down, not necessarily losing weight, just changing those words helps tremendously. Okay. So, that's what I would talk about there, but definitely ask those questions. Who do you know? Like, I know you know people. All of us know people, whether we think we know people or not. All of us know people. Okay. We all have friends, whether we think we do or not. Y'all, I had less than 300 friends on Facebook before I started this. Less than 300. I think it was more like 250, because I didn't let anybody on my Facebook that I didn't personally know and personally like. Well, that's not true. I had family on there. Some of them I didn't like, but it was strictly the people that I knew. Right? I don't know a quarter of the people that I'm friends with on Facebook right now. Have no idea who they are. Never met them. All right. So doing the voice messages, talking like that, using some keywords and take away the yucky words. Okay. Relate with them. All right. I got one more. Who wants to go? Nobody wants to go. All right, Kimmy, you're up.
I knew it. Go ahead, Angie.
You knew it. I know, because I'm looking at you. Okay, so here it is. This is all about the opportunity. Now you're leading with the opportunity, right? And somebody's talking about network marketing. They don't like network marketing. They've had a bad relationship with network marketing before. It was just not a good feel for them. And they lost a lot of money doing network marketing before. Okay. And we've all heard those stories. I don't know about you guys. I hear them a lot. Okay. Where somebody was in a different network marketing company and has lost shit ton of money because they had to keep stock. They had to buy their bonuses, all of that stuff. So you're talking to somebody and you pop the question about the opportunity and they come back and say, no, it's a scam. I don't believe in network marketing. What do you say?
I'm so glad you brought that up. Because one of the things that I really struggled with was thinking that this was excuse me, the same kind of scam thing. But what I've learned is the differences, and I don't have to pay for like to be a customer or to be a promoter. So that is not money I have to put out like you would have had in the day network marketing. The other thing that I don't have to do is I don't have to keep stock. I don't have to have product on hand. I don't have to purchase bonuses. I don't have to do any of that.
Oh, I think we lost her.
Again, what is the changes in my body from the products I'm taking, and really it's a side gig, not a network marketing. People can call it whatever they want to call it. The reality of the situation is I'm just sharing with you what has happened for me as a result of taking some nutritional products that I really love. And so that's why I'm sharing it with you. The opportunity is what brings in, yeah, some extra income for me. But it's really just an opportunity to share what works. Because you know what? I started out at like 100 pounds. And through the supplements, it's gotten me more protein. And let me tell you, I'm like just the biggest on the protein because we have 10 flavors, but that's the whole side conversation. You know, there's so many products and so much stuff that you can look at that really it becomes sharing what you need. And because you're a mom, because you're a busy mom, you know, we got stuff that we call unicorn juice. We got stuff that, you know, all kinds of stuff to help with energy. And wow, like that's not what network marketing was. This is a side biz to help you feel better and be better and be more present in your own life. That's what I tell her.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. Amazing, Kim. You're absolutely right. You're on target right there. How I personally would answer this is I get it, guys. I get it, honey. My grandparents were taken in a Ponzi scheme. So I totally understand what you're saying when you say that you think it's a scheme and you think it's a pyramid scheme. I totally relate. 7 years ago, you could have never told me that I would be doing network marketing because I thought the same thing. But my mind really changed when I looked at the business model. And the fact that we get paid on our own action. Okay? And that's true. And if I want you guys to do a favor, if you've been in this for a little bit and you look at your pay periods, when do you bring in the most pay period? You bring in the most pay period when you're actually personally bringing people on. Okay? If you're just sitting there waiting for a team to bring people on, your paycheck's much lower. Okay? It's just how it is. All right? So I would say I totally get it. I would talk about the whole thing that I said about my grandparents and that this changed the reason why I shared this is because I knew the impact that I could have on others to help them be the best that they could be again. Because nobody deserves to have their body break down on them because of lack of nutrition. And that's exactly what it is. So is it okay? And this would be my next question. Is it okay if I share with you how this is not a pyramid scheme? Okay. And what changed my mind? All right. Because if they're coming back with that, 9 times out of 10, your objections come from people who don't have enough information. Okay. Once they have enough information on either your products, your opportunity, and remember, guys, you get paid 2 ways here. Okay. You get paid, you can be paid very, very well just by having customers. Okay. Or you can get paid as building a team. It's like a dual comp plan. Okay. And a lot of them are not. A lot of them get paid. Think of how many of you guys remember LuLaRoe? The pants and like, yeah. Okay. So LuLaRoe only got paid when they brought other promoters on. Okay. They didn't actually, and the reason why the FTC went after them was they didn't actually have a customer base. Okay. So they were being paid strictly off of other promoters joining them and buying huge ass packages. How many of you guys would want to spend $11,000 on a package of LuLaRoe stuff? That was like their highest package. Okay. And then the promoter got a portion of that. All right. And yes, they could buy in bulk and get a 50% discount, but then you had to have shows. Well, none of those customers, if you think about it, none of those customers actually went into LuLaRoe's system. Okay. Which is why the FTC went after them, because they didn't have a customer base. Y'all, Lavelle has a 85 to 90% customer base over the number of promoters. All right. And you want to know how you can tell that? So if you sign up a new customer today, most likely their customer number is going to be somewhere in the 12 million. Okay. If you sign up a new promoter today, the most, like, it's about a 2 million promoter number. Okay. So that'll tell you what your ratio is, customers versus promoters. All right. So we have to give people some information. If you guys, did this help you today with how to talk to people? So many times I think that we just freeze and we are like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. So I'm just going to say, especially when it comes to a money objection, okay, I'll let you know if there's a sale. No. Bring up the opportunity. You're missing your opportunity to talk about the opportunity. Right? All right. Anybody have any questions? Anybody want to throw a question at me that I didn't cover? Nobody has any other objections? Those are it? Okay. All right, guys, let me turn off the recording.